Hi there. Thank you for joining me. Um, so I was watching a video by Stu Peters. You may have heard of him. He's kind of a famous YouTuber. And he was talking about the blue word, okay? And that it is not as dangerous for kids, not dangerous at all, actually, unless they've got some underlying issues and stuff like that. They have great immune systems, to children. But making them wear masks all day in school is making them rebreathe their bacteria back and forth. Well, we weren't built that way. We were built to breathe the bacteria out, the bad stuff out, not rebreathe it back in. That, in some cases, has caused bacterial pneumonia, right? Forcing them indoors and isolating them is not good for their social health. This will probably, if they don't, between certain ages, and this age group that I'm going to report on is the age group between 8 and 12. That's when they have to be the most social. That's when they, learn to share, things like that. Because if they don't, they could be antisocial as adults, and that could carry on from generation to generation. It's just really dangerous. So denying them real education, like I said, it was good in a way, but you know how kids are at home. They, they get distracted easy. I mean, some more than others, obviously. If they're sitting in a classroom with all their peers and they are watching the other kids doing, they're sitting and listening and stuff like that, they're probably more apt to do it. Okay, because I know that's true with me. And he calls the red word the euthanasia shot. Because how many people, athletes you've heard probably, and different elderly being put in, well, that's another subject. But anyway, yeah, it was untested. There's been no published list of what's in it, and they can't be sued. Isn't that convenient? They're also making a lot of money off of it. They're investing in the, let me write this. If I can spell it right. Top blue word. Okay. And different other, I'm sure you can figure it out. So he interviewed a guest. His name is Mike Haddock, and he's with Casket Depot. And he's been noticing bulk orders of child-sized caskets. Now they do operate in bulk orders mainly because they manufacture it, so then it goes to a distributor. He mentioned Costco, and from there it goes to the nursing homes. I mean, the funeral homes. Nursing home on the brain. The funeral homes, but he noticed that it's vastly more increase than it's ever been. Child size caskets. Okay. Now let me talk about this Vaers evidence that I found. Vaers stands for Vaccine Adverse Events Reporting System. Okay. Now I just want to just say that not all adverse effects get reported. You have to go to a doctor or a hospital, and they report it. I've known people that just didn't know it was caused by the B word, and didn't report it. They thought it was coincidence or whatever. But upon investigation on my part, where I talked to them, they said, yeah, it was just like a week after the shot, or sooner or a little later. Everybody's different. But here's this report. Now, this report is from November 3rd to December 19th, so a little less than 2 months in 2021. So, since then, more people have been. And this is only the top blue word. So not the other vaccines, only that one. Okay, this is from 5 to 11 years only, these numbers. Okay, non-serious events, but they were events, not as what they're calling non-serious. In other words, not life-threatening, 4,149. Okay, now a product preparation issue, in other words, it was prepared, maybe that's probably pretty low, you would think, but 925 out of that. Incorrect dosages, high, because we'll get into the low, 675. Underdose, 324. Vomiting, 316. Fever, 291. Headache, 255. Syncope, that's fainting, 255. Dizziness, 244. Fatigue, 201. Nausea, 192. I'm going to butcher this. Urticaria, which is hives, I had to look it up, 186. Rash, 166. Pallor, which is what I am, very pale, and I live by the ocean. Isn't that a sin? 151. Product storage error, like on refrigerated or frozen, 146. I think frozen, I'm not sure, but I know, unrefrigerated, obviously. Okay, now the number of serious ones, they say were 100, and this would be life-threatening. Life-threatening fever, 29. Vomiting, 21. Troponin, I probably murdered that one too. Troponin increased, 15. Now what that is, that's a protein present in all your muscles. Your heart is a muscle. So if it's increased, you could have had a heart attack. Or some kind of cardiac event. So that was 15, and this is 5 to 11 age group in less than 2 months. Chest pain, 12. C-reactive protein increased. That's inflammation. It could be increased in heart disease, cancer, infection, autoimmune diseases. There's a few more. But in children, I would assume that it would be create heart disease or autoimmune diseases. Right. Okay, it says SARS-CoV-2 test negative. I think that might be false negatives. Didn't really say. Appendicitis 10, headache 10, rash 10, seizures. This has got to be heart, more serious. Maybe headache would be migraine or something like that. Seizure 10, and intensive care visits 9. Now I just want to note that that does add up to more than 100, but you could have vomiting and a headache. You could have a couple of different symptoms here. So yeah. Just think twice. Just think twice. I know some personal cases, I don't want to mention anybody by name, that they have had bad reactions, and it was attributed in many cases, depending on their philosophies about this, to different things. But in most cases, this is soon after they got. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm building. I got kicked off Twitter with 12,000 people, which isn't a huge amount, but at least I was getting an audience and some people and getting some information out there. It was a pleasure.